Shwmai, croeso, hello and welcome to the Bluebirds Nest, Neath yr Adael Gleision. Before we begin, a quick mention and thank you to our sponsors, DragonBet. If you are over 18, please head on over to dragonbet.co.uk, but please gamble aware, please gamble responsibly. Episode 27, and we welcome back a familiar face to followers of Haverfordwest County. It's former manager, Nicky Hayen. Nicky, welcome.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
It's great to see you. It's been some time. Firstly, then, congratulations on the last 12 months. I suppose you've had at Club Brugge. Having led Club Brugge's Club NXT on a fantastic season initially, you are now assistant manager with the first team.
Yeah, that's correct. So
fantastic, and I know I've had a look at the squad. There's a couple of players I recognised. A certain Simon Mignolet, ex-Liverpool goalkeeper, ex-Man City defender Dedrick Boyata as well. So what's it like with the first team?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a privilege, and it's a pleasure to work with all these guys, especially that I came from Next. So like you said, we did an amazing season so far. And then they released Scott Parker, and then the former assistant manager took over as at interim, and he asked us to be the assistants until the end of the season. So so far so good, and I like the work. I like everything what I do over here, and we'll see where it ends.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on that again. But let's go back in time then. Let's go. We'll try and take things chronologically. Now, I remember the day Rob informed a few of us of your appointment back, I think it was just before New Year's in 2021. First thing I did, ended up on the internet doing a bit of research on your previous playing career and your coaching experience, etc. And I got quite excited when the first video I found was that PSG game that you had an opportunity, to face the likes of Mbappe, Neymar. And obviously Thomas Tuchel was in the other dugout. What was that about? We've spoken about it briefly. How did it come about, and what was that experience like?
Yeah, it was during a training session that our technical director received a phone call from Guy de Jager. It's someone who arranged summer and winter camps for football teams, especially in Spain and the Netherlands. And there was an opponent who canceled the game against PSG, and they needed urgent a new team. And it wasn't the top team that they were searching for, but a regular team. And they've asked us. And but first, the technical director refused. So he said no. And I told him, "You're joking?" Yeah, they're playing with the subs. So from number 12 until 24. So it was not the starting 11. But I still said, yeah, but still, they're better than us. And still, it's an experience for our players, for our young guys. So I think we should play the game. Okay, so I made a phone call. Yeah, so it was in a hurry. And so we confirmed the game. And then one day before departure, the technical director came back to us and he said, I have some bad news. I said, oh, did they cancel the game? No, they will start with their best 11. So with Neymar, with Mbappe, with Navas in the goal. And they proposed to play 2 times 60 minutes. So the first starting 11, 60, and then the bench. But okay, for our starting 11, 60 minutes, it wasn't the problem. But we didn't think about the other 60 minutes. So that meant that our development team had to play against all these stars or the other stars. So we accepted the game. And I think after 60 minutes, it was 3-0, something like this. So it was quite a good game. And then the first 2 minutes of or 62nd minute, they scored twice against our development team. And we thought, it will be over 10-0. But it was 7-0. But it was an amazing experience for all these guys. They changed shirts. It was an unbelievable experience. The only thing was, during the game, you don't see Neymar, you don't see Mbappe. These are just regular players. Like, okay, it's a game, and you don't see 2 names, only to some players who are just playing football. But then after the game, you realize, what you did over there. Also with the press conference, all these guys say hi, and then you realize that it was an excellent experience and an unbelievable experience.
Yeah, definitely. And it was a short time after that you went from facing those guys to facing guys in the Cymru Premier. So a slightly different context. But so what team were you with at that time? Remind us who were you coaching at that time?
Waasland Beveren.
That's right. And that was obviously, off the back of doing a lot of traveling. You had worked abroad, during your early coaching career. But then you came over to Wales then, off the back of that Paris experience, probably arriving not knowing much about the league, the club, and certainly a large majority of the players. Perhaps maybe Jazz you would have heard about with his exploits against Belgium in the past. But you left, a roller coaster over 6 months, almost concluded in that 7th spot finish. To think, a huge swing from when you arrived, where we were 11th place in the relegation, the second relegation spot, 5 points adrift, to within 90 minutes away from reaching the playoffs. It was, again, a roller coaster. I remember you mentioning sort of at the very start of phase 2, 10 cup finals, that each of the games was going to be a cup final, one at a time, as they all brought different challenges, I guess. Mm-hmm. We won 5, drew 1, and a few narrow losses. What stands out? What were the highlights for you then as you look back on that time with us at Haverfordwest County?
I think all 6 months was a highlight. I was quite comfortable. I saw a lot of videos before I accepted the job. So I don't say I knew all the players, but I had a good image of all the players of our own team, but also the opponent. And in some videos, I saw that the players were able to do what I would ask from them, to play in a kind of combination and all these kind of things. And but okay, I was quite comfortable. But when you see that we had 2 games, or we had to win 2 games more than the third bottom of the league, yeah, it was a challenge, and it was a risk to accept the job. But it's like I said, it was quite comfortable when I saw the images. And what surprised me the most, from the first day, everyone was on board, and that was an amazing feeling. From day number 1 when I arrived, everyone wanted to help, wanted to be part of the team, from the team, but the team also off the pitch, on the pitch, off the pitch. Everyone was kind, everyone was useful. And then you start the training sessions and you see that the players were on board. They try to execute what you ask. And of course, you had already a good basic, what Weggy did and the previous manager, Wayne, did. So it wasn't that we started from nothing or from scratch. But when you had the training sessions, you felt there was a kind of good dynamic. And this was what everyone saw during the season.
From the off, you could see the relationships. You just seamlessly sort of came in and led not only the staff, but the players on the field and the staff off it. For me, I could see a really close relationship with Rob, the chairman, as well, in particular. And it's something that I've seen across, well, obviously Tony at the moment, Wolvesy, obviously Wayne Jones previously. Rob does develop that relationship. It's not just a working relationship. There's friendships as well. I suppose you can speak now after not being employed by Rob anymore. What was it like working under Rob as your chairman?
Yeah, it was a privilege and a pleasure. And honest, I never felt so much trust and confidence in myself as from everyone actually in the club. Not only the chairman Rob, but also with Waggy, with the office members like Julie, the people who work in the bar. All these kind of people we were one team. And it's like you said, there's a lot of friendship. So you have your work relationship, but there's also a lot of friendship. And I even hear a lot of people still the day of today. It's Rob, it's Julie, it's Waggy, even players I still hear. And no, it's not every week, but it's occasionally. But we don't forget each other, and that makes it unique. And working with Rob, it was leaving the club was one of the most difficult decisions in my life, because of course Club Brugge is the biggest club in Belgium, and on sports side, it was a mixed feeling, because I had the feeling that my journey wasn't finished, wasn't over in Hulfort. So and we felt that the second season could be something amazing. The only thing was, if a club like Bruges comes by, you don't refuse the biggest club in Belgium. And what pleased me the most from Rob was, he tried to extend my contract again. He tried to raise the money. So there were a lot of things that he really wanted to keep me with the club. And I have to be honest, I was driving back to Wales, and I had to give him the message before noon, and I think it was 11:59, so 1 minute before noon, that I have to give him my answer. So I called him, and it was with tears in my eyes that I mentioned to him that that I wanted to give him a message that I actually didn't want to say to him. And he said to me that if I was 100% sure, and I said, yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Mm.
And then he said something to me what I will never forget in my life, and that's that he was relieved, because he said, as a president, as a chairman, I had to do everything for you to keep you in my team and into our club. But as a personal friend, I'm really happy to say that it would be stupid not to take this opportunity, like a club in Bruges. And this is something that I never forget. And this is Rob is also one of friends for life, and this only in 6 months. So my respect is used to him, and I feel also the opposite. So no, it was an amazing time, and I still miss the people over there.
Great to hear that, and it's very much echoed from our side. It was a sad time. There was understanding, regarding your decisions, etc. You could see it was a tough decision, but it was probably the right one for you and your family, more importantly, in Belgium. And I suppose every cloud, we were lucky. Obviously, Tony came in. We were very lucky to again get someone with the pro license and the experience that Tony's brought to the club. It has been a successful season. There's been again, how for West there's injuries follow the club round. There's been a couple of challenges that Tony and the staff have got to deal with, but it has been a very successful season. We've now confirmed 7th place finish. It's been a record-breaking season with, I think it's the highest ever points achieved, the most goals scored, and with one game to go this weekend, it's potentially the lowest conceded as well. So it's not over yet, as you know, with the playoffs looming, but it's looking positive. Anyway, have you been keeping an eye on our season?
Yeah, of course. I didn't watch all the games, but every time when there was a game, I was following the results, and I was always speaking with Rob or with someone else of the players, so to congratulate them. And it's an amazing season, and I know the 1-1 against Eber. I didn't know exactly because Carnarvon had one game left or played less, and I didn't know. But Rob confirmed, I think today or yesterday, that the 7th position was secured, and that gives a great feeling, because then you also feel that that last season wasn't not for nothing. And I'm really happy that the new manager does an excellent job with even the same staff as before, with a lot of players who stayed in the club. So I hope they can achieve something more even.
Well, fingers crossed. Where there's two. Well, after the league game this weekend, there's two potential fixtures, and who knows? It could be a Belgian club pulled out of the hat if we were to be successful and get all the way through and win that playoff final. But quick fire questions now, then, Nicky, if that's okay. The questions that have come in from outsiders of the Bluebirds Nest. From club staff, when I've spoken to them, sort of said anything to ask Nicky. But some of these have also come from the Bluebirds 1899 membership scheme as well, where a few of those guys who started following the club even as close as last year. The first one, and I'm sure the answer is going to be yes, but do you miss anything about Pembrokeshire?
Oh, a lot. I think first of all the stadium and all the people who were in the stadium, where we worked really closely together. But off the pitch, I still remember a lot. Even if I was only there for 6 months, but 6 months. But the two stores like Morrison's and Tesco was something I went almost every day. The small roads to the city, even it was a small village, it was nice, it was comfortable, it gave a good feeling, warm people. I really enjoyed my time. I really was relaxed over there, and this you could see also on the pitch. I had a comfortable feeling. Everyone was listening, everyone was executing, and then you enjoyed life when you had the time.
Fantastic. And the complete opposite now then, what don't you miss from Pembrokeshire?
The rain and the wind. But it's all over Wales. But I can't I can't. I have to be honest. I work here also at the coast side, so we have also a lot of rain and wind. But one thing I regret a little bit is that I never experienced the summer in Pembrokeshire. I had the start of the spring, and it was already nice with the sun. Even it was cold, but I really liked it, and I was looking forward to the summer. And then something happened that I could never realize before. But if I have to say something, it was really the rain and the wind daily.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that, to be honest. And it leads nicely into the next question, I suppose. Any plans to come over and visit?
Yeah, I already had a lot of plans, but you know also if you work for a club like Bruges, you had the European football, you have the Championship, you have the cups. So and when you have a national break, you play friendly games. So I didn't have a lot of time to come and visit. But I know I still have my award from Manager of the Month of March. And I especially asked not to send them over to me, because then I have a reason to come over there and pick it up. And but I'm planning. I can't say every 6 months or every year, but it will be often, of as often as possible. It stays in my heart, and when I have the possibility, even with a friend or with my wife and kids, I will come over, because it was a magnificent place.
Fantastic. Look forward to that. Your favourite ground then? So obviously you didn't see all of the stadiums and the grounds in the league, but did you have a favourite other than obviously the Oggy Bridge Meadow? Any sort of preferred grounds that we visited?
Yeah, nothing was better than the Oggy Meadow Bridge.
No.
Especially the pitch. It was a perfect pitch. You could play perfect football, the football that I liked. But if I have to choose another stadium, it was the stadium of Kevin Droots.
Okay.
With the rock. It was an amazing view. It was a good artificial pitch. And okay, of course, we won there twice. Just made a hat trick over there. Something that we didn't forget. No, but I liked it. It was cozy. It was nice, and the rock gave a magnificent view.
Yeah, it is an iconic one in Wales, that one. And I think it was just last week on Jazz's birthday, wasn't it? That the anniversary of almost when he scored his first, second and third ever senior goal in senior football. I remember that one fondly. So having gone through 6 months at Haverfordwest, it's enough to leave a dent on anyone's life. But do you think that experience in Wales has helped with your current role in Belgium at all? It's a great question, to be fair.
Yeah, it did. Because I had I didn't have the feeling. I always thought that professional players had to execute everything that you ask, and now I had the feeling that in my time before Wales, I sometimes made it too complicated, too difficult for players, because I thought they could handle these kind of things, and they had to be able and capable to do this kind of things. But no, I came to Wales, and of course I didn't know the team, so I had to start from the basics, and then build up step by step. And I think that was an eye opener for me, and that you, even if it went fast, because we start with the basics, but 1 week later you could go to the next step. And this was really important to see also that the professional players are not always able to do the things, or not make it too complicated. Sometimes is keep it simple is sometimes the best.
Fascinating, that. Okay, then back to the current times now. Then our draw with Aberystwyth on the Saturday just gone. Then it was the last home game of the season. This weekend we head north to Airbus UK Broughton for the final league game of the season. Then before heading into the playoffs, which at the moment we don't know our opponent just yet. But so for now, just the Airbus fixture to announce. Nicky, the final question for you now. Then and. Obviously, with the documentary season 2 looming, I've been, again, going back in time and looking at things. And that statement you put out upon your departure that you addressed to, it was, to the players, to the staff, and to the followers, the community of the club. It was a very passionate statement you put out. It was very heartfelt and it was personal to you. You never really had the chance, you were interviewed often by Pure West Radio and local press, and obviously Scorio and things like that. You never really had a chance to officially say goodbye other than that statement. So anything else to share or to reflect on or pass on to the guys going into the playoffs maybe?
Yeah, I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to work over there. I want to thank everyone who was part of the journey, even it was a short journey, but everyone was on board, and I really want to thank everyone who was part of it, and I really want to wish Tony, all the members, all the players, everyone from the club, even who has a heart from the club, supporters, all the best of luck in the playoffs, and I really hope that they achieve what they deserve. And I don't want to make it officially, Ryan, because the official part I want to keep when I come to Pembrokeshire again. This I want to make official. Then I have also a reason to come back. And but this is my support from here to there. And no, I want to say, and it's really from the heart. It was a privilege to work over there. I really enjoyed my time. I was really happy to work over there. I really miss sometimes the place, the players, the people over there. But okay, never say never, and I'm 100% sure that we will see everyone again one day.
Fantastic. Nick, it's been excellent to catch up with you. Send all of our regards to your family. Best of luck for the rest of the season. We look forward to seeing you in Pembrokeshire, and I think I'm going to leave you with the first Welsh word that I said to you, and that's diolch.
Diolch.
Take care, and we see you in Pembrokeshire soon.
Yeah, of course. See you soon. Cheers, Ryan.